But we're going to be recording the session now, thank you. Your camera and microphone are turned off, but you can write any questions in the chat as we go along. And we'll save questions for the end where we'll host a Q&A our academics as well. So here we go. So this session will cover why study at UAL. I know some of you might know UAL quite well and some of you might not know UAL quite so well. So we'll do a brief introduction to UAL. We'll talk about the UAL Study Abroad Semester courses, the dates and fees, how to apply, and there'll be a chance to meet our academic staff as well and ask any questions. So UAL is ranked number 2 in the world for art and design. We've been ranked number 2 since 2019, but we've been consistently in the top 10 for a lot longer before that. And it really shows our excellent facilities, academic staff, our brilliant community of students. And yeah, we're really proud that we can hold this accolade for so many years. We love this quote from our former Chancellor now, Grayson Perry. UAL is the world's biggest factory for making trouble. And we really encourage at UAL the innovators, the rebels, the creators, and it's a really sort of dynamic environment. And yeah, we really encourage people to make trouble, as our former Chancellor said. We're made up of 6 colleges under one university. So we are made up of Camberwell College of Arts, Central St Martin's, Chelsea College of Arts, London College of Communication, London College of Fashion, Wimbledon College of Arts. And we also have a range of institutes, and we've started offering courses at one of our institutes, Creative Computing Institute. So we have yeah, wide range of locations. They all have their distinct character and offer a specialist range of courses unique to the particular college. But UAL really fosters a creative community, and once you're a student of UAL, you can access facilities across all of the colleges, and we really build that. And as my colleague Scott will explain, we're building this into our new UAL Study Abroad Semester as well. So where we're based, so on the UAL Study Abroad Semester, it will mainly be based across our Archway campus for Central St Martin's, with some visiting to Central St Martin's in King's Cross as well, London College of Fashion in East Bank in Stratford, and London College of Communication in Elephant and Castle. But here you can see where all of our colleges are based, and all across Central with good transport networks between them. And the programme is really based in the heart of London, and our study abroad students will feel part of that creative community. And London is truly one of the most creative cities in the world. We have 125,000, possibly more now, international students in London, and it's a real hub of the UK's creative industries, growing twice as fast as other sectors. Also a very green and beautiful city, and 47% of the city is parks and green spaces, and you can really feel there's always a space where you can sort of go and be outside and access those green spaces. We have a wide range of subject areas. So these are all of our subject areas, but I won't go into too much detail because we are mostly focusing on the UAL Study Abroad Semester. But just to give you a flavour of this is how many subjects we have across UAL. So you hear University of the Arts, but yeah, it's really wide-ranging and lots of subjects covered. And these are our study abroad programmes. So we have our integrated programme where students can study alongside degree students, and this is across all UAL colleges. We have our UAL Study Abroad Semester, which is the programme we'll be talking about today. We have our fashion design, business and communication courses at London College of Fashion, media and communication at London College of Communication, and advanced fashion design at Central St Martin's. We have summer courses ranging from 3 to 8 weeks in summer, and our optional 3-week Creative Industries London module, which goes alongside our integrated programme. So this is just brief snapshot to our study abroad programmes. But I'm going to hand over to Scott Ramsay Kyle, who's our academic lead for study abroad, to talk more about the UAL Study Abroad Semester and some exciting changes we've had to the programme.
Hi Tracy, hi everyone. You can hear me, Tracy?
All good, thanks Scott.
Thanks so much everyone for joining us. I'm actually working at home today, so excuse the bike, and also I have two cats, so they often make an appearance on the screen. We're really delighted to have you here. We have about 10 minutes to go through some detail, and hopefully that will be of interest to you. We've really enjoyed building out our additional semester programs and the offer that we're launching today. Thanks for that, Annalisa, little cat emoji. And then we also do have Lindsay Fox, who will join us shortly to talk about our additional track at London College of Communication. And Lindsay is leading our program there. But I'll just go back to the slides. I've lost my slides though, Annalisa or Tracy. I'm sorry, if I can just go back to the slides. Maybe you can jump on. Sorry, a little techie issue.
Sorry, Scott. Yeah, don't know where the files have gone. Let's go back to it.
Yeah, that's all good. That's good.
Okay. Oh yeah, lovely.
Thank you so much. Sorry. I may be jumping across a few documents just to get some detail as well, so excuse my eyes darting around. Perfect. Okay, so welcome to our UAL Study Abroad Semester program. Some of you will be aware of the LCF offer that we've had for many years at London College of Fashion, and that program has been running for around 40 years through different reinventions and different offers, working with numerous partners across the world. I came into the team about a year ago, and one of my main projects is to work with the team to expand the offer across more of UAL. And as you know, UAL has 6 colleges, all very dynamic. Each one has its own personality and vibrancy, and we produce incredibly diverse students and alumni. I also am a master's alumni of Central St Martin's, MA Fashion, from quite a while ago, so it's quite good to be back and working with the team. As Tracy said, so our programme at London College of Fashion, we offer 3 pathways, which we have done for quite a long time: fashion design, fashion business, and fashion communication. We have a slide a bit later to show you some of the courses if you're not so familiar with those. What we have done is build out 2 additional offers, which we're so excited that we're launching in January of 2025, spring term. And the first one is London College of Communication, and that's a media and communication beginners program, geared at those who are looking for their first steps into all things media, publication, journalism, storytelling. We'll look into that shortly. And then we do have an advanced fashion design program on offer at Central St Martin's, which is geared, and when we say more advanced, we do expect the students to have some prior knowledge of fashion design, whether that be through communications or through pattern cutting or technical skills like machine skills, and pattern making and stuff like that, maybe textile application. But as we often say, our programs are open to all students. We really pull an amazing diverse cohort every single semester, every program, every summer course, and that's what keeps our program really vibrant and really exciting. Students can take 1 or 2 semester offers, so that's up to them. If there are questions or details, we can always chat here a bit later, or you can email and find out more. But it's a 13-week semester. The one that we're launching is springtime, so that will be from January, but we also do have the autumn semester, so that launched yesterday actually for this year, but the new programs will launch in January 2025. So what's really important across all of our community is community and collaboration, and that's really essential. Having studied and worked at UL for a couple of years, it's very much about London community, bringing diverse voices from across the world to come to this amazing hub, which is obviously London and the 6 different colleges. We are focusing on 3 today: LCF, LCC and CSM. In the past, when I spoke about the 40 years of London College of Fashion semester program running, We offer 3 mandatory units which work across all the students, take the 3 mandatory units, and they'll obviously have their electives on top. So we're proposing, and we're really excited for the first time, to bring our study abroad semester students from London College of Fashion, LCC and CSM together 3 times during their study week to study, to work on 3 different modules, which will be, the first one here is Understanding Contemporary Cultures, which will be a weekly in-person lecture and seminar group. And we're really excited that for the first time, all 3 groups of students can, one week they'll be situated at East Bank in Stratford, at the LCF building. The following week for their lecture, they would be at Central St Martin's in King's Cross. And the 3rd week would be at LCC down at Elephant Castle, which is south of the river, South London, and then we would rotate that. So the students, although they might be working mostly at LCF, they still have the experience in the community of working at King's Cross, at Central St Martin's, or south of the river. We think that really gives geographically an amazing experience to really delve deep into London as a research hub, as an amazing place of inspiration. So that's Understanding Contemporary Cultures. We're looking at really interesting topics and broad subjects around consumption, class, taste, gender identity, global fashion contexts, also the climate, social justice, social purpose, multidisciplinary art practices, which could be ceramics, it could be glassware, it could be card design, it could be textile design and applications. So it's going to be really diverse, the subjects that the students delve into with their lectures and seminars. The second mandatory is the London Cultural Studies course, which is a hybrid delivery. So it is a lecture, a seminar, online or at a specific site in person, and then we take the students out and about in London to explore London and its cultural, multifaceted, amazing places, to meet artists and to see workshops and exhibitions and behind the scenes of amazing places within London. And then Creative Histories, again, that is also delivered hybrid, so lectures, online, in person, and very much visiting cultural art centres and places, for example, like the V&A, the Victoria and Albert Museum, the Wellcome Collection, and various different places. So we're really excited that all 3 groups will be able to experience that cross-pollination and build their kind of network of relationships and creativity. So the LCF semester, so alongside the 3 mandatory units, there are electives on offer. So if you take the fashion product design, you can see that on the left column, that is the courses we offer. And these are usually between 2, 3 or 4 credits. Again, we can give you more detail and context after the meeting, but students would have their 6 credits, which come from the 3 mandatory units, and then they can make up, they can top up to 14 or 16. We do say it's a minimum of 12 credits per programme. Then the fashion business, again, some really interesting things that the fashion business students can explore. I'll pick a few out. So fashion marketing within the UK, trend forecasting, sustainable fashion, and then the fashion media and communication. We have social media, creative direction, fashion styling. So minimum credits to achieve are 12, and then we top up 14 to 16 for those that really want to explore and navigate and work hard on the projects. I'm just aware of time, so quickly we'll look at the Central St Martin's semester programme, which is what we're launching in January 25, which we're excited about. Joshua Beattie, who's a brilliant artist and designer who works at Central St Martin's, isn't available to meet with us today, so I'll speak a little bit about what we've developed and what's on offer there before we bring Lindsay in to have a few words. But so again, the CSM semester core, similar to LCF, we have 3 mandatory units, which equals 6 credits. And then here you can see the core units, which are advanced fashion design, advanced fashion for the body, off the body, and visual identity and communication. Those core units will equate to 6 credits. So the students coming to do fashion advanced fashion would have 3 mandatory, 3 core, and then we have a few electives that will top you up to 14 or 16 credits, and that's for the students who really want to work hard, explore their topic. Advanced fashion is really exciting. It's very multidisciplinary. It's looking at design, textile application, putting context to finding identities. It's not, there is design aspects and there is making aspects, but it's very much in the theme of Central St Martin's, where it's really radical. It makes it really individual per student. So if a student wants to create a garment or explore sleeves or silhouettes or a textile detail, it's very much on the student, and the tutors work really hard to facilitate workshops and sessions and really engineer the individual's way of working, which is a very Central St Martin's ethos, and which has been successful for such an amazing long time. Advanced fashion is off the body and on the body. Again, is looking slightly more technical, and let me see my notes. We have built this project around an option of working with a pocket detail, a collar detail, or a fastening. So the student would have one of those sort of traditional making methods, and from that they can then fully explore and exhaust and disrupt what is a fashion pocket, what is a fashion collar in that sort of context, but then pushing it back again, very Central St Martin's inspired, to think about protest and think about agency and think about the wider context of the kind of creative landscape. So it's very exciting. And then we also look at, with the visual identity, all forms of communication. So that could be publication, catwalk, photography, curation, to bring your portfolio of ideas together. The elective Fashion Biomaterials is a really exciting course that we do at Central St Martin's. They have an MA Biodesign course. So to bring this into our semester, we're really excited. And with this, we'll be looking at creating a biotextile journey and an A to Z guide. So the students can start their guide looking at bacteria, cellulose, bioplastics, bio yarns. They can start this journey, they can start building this bank of knowledge that they then bring back to the home institutes. They carry that into their initial careers. So they create a sort of technical file of amazing bio experimentation. And then with the elective for fashion jewellery, again, thinking about using non-precious sustainable materials, protest, one's body for agency, experimentation. So it's looking really exciting for the Central St Martin's offer. I'm aware of time, sorry Tracy. So we'll jump on to the LCC semester core and electives. And again, as I said, the 3 mandatory units will be shared between Central St Martin's, London College of Fashion and LCC. That is your 6 credits. We do have Lindsay. Hopefully Lindsay can jump on and just give us a quick overview. Hi Lindsay, Lindsay Fox, hello.
Hiya. Hi,
Bye-bye.
Thanks Scott. Just a quick introduction, I know we're short on time. My name's Lindsay and I've been teaching on study abroad at LCF for a good 4 or 5 years now. I run 3 of the electives, but I also teach postgraduate and undergraduate in the School of Media and Comms at London College of Communication. So these courses and these units, we've really tried to mirror what our undergraduate and postgraduate students are doing. So the first one is one that I'm really excited about, is an introduction to all things media. So that will really look at different things from zines to influencers, broadcast media, podcasts. We want to go in and look at the history of the media, and obviously being centred in London, going to Fleet Street, going and doing various different bits and pieces. So that will really introduce the students to the media, past and present. We've got a unit on brand storytelling, and one of my colleagues, Claire, will be running this. Claire has worked award-winning agency copywriter and script for a number of huge brands, and that will be getting students to really start with an idea and look at different ways to put that. So whether it's on billboards, whether it's on packaging, whether it's on stickers, activations, but looking at how students can really sort of communicate brand voice in different ways. And then we have a unit called Creative and Technical Skills, which looks at podcasting and video, or audio and video, where students will be asked to document their life in London, and they'll be asked to produce a piece of film and a piece of audio. And some of our team, we've got a good team of filmmakers, production teams who will be available to work on that. And down at LCC, they have availability of really good sound booths and different opportunities to use the equipment. Then our electives look at print and online journalism, again, one that I teach at undergraduate level, where students will be learning how to write reviews, how to write features, how to do press conferences, everything that a good journalist needs, all of the basics. We have a unit on activism and social justice. As Scott said, that's really critical to UAL's sort of ethos. So students can look at how to communicate causes, whether it's climate, whether it's fair pay, any particular cause. A big thing that we're really trying to do is the students' agency to choose what they want to work on. So the briefs are quite wide, that they can pick areas that are important to them and develop it. And then design for climate action, which will be launching later, again, picking up on some of the key issues that are important within UAL's mission and UAL's ethos and how to do that. Scott, is there anything I need to add?
I think that was really great, Lindsay. Thanks so much. Let me just share my screen again, sorry. Yeah, no, Lindsay, that was really brilliant. Thank you. And thanks for mentioning the sort of the connections to the UAL kind of ethos. And I missed that off, but all of our projects, and as we keep redeveloping our courses and really connecting them back to UAL, we really do care about social impact, social justice, anti-racism, climate and ecology, and with our learning outcomes and with our awareness of materiality and sustainability, we really do promote recycling paper and fabrication and materials, and that's really embedded. And the students really, as the students who might be in the room know, that it's so important for all design practice as we navigate the sort of the complexities of the creative world. So that was really brilliant. I think there's one more slide that I'll cover. So the entry requirements for the semester programme. So there is a portfolio required for those that want to apply for the LCF Fashion Product Design Semester, and that's 5 images. Or you can submit one piece of written work for the fashion business or fashion media and communication path, a maximum of 500 words. And for the advanced fashion design at Central St Martin's, we're looking for between 20 and 25 images, and that would be portfolio, your own kind of responses to creative practice, lots of process, really exciting project based. We do send an email to all those interested who are applying with more information, so don't worry, it's very clear what is being asked of you when we take you through the application process. We also need a transcript showing grades, a letter of support from your faculty, a personal statement, a 3.0 minimum GPA, of also your passport and the IELTS. My screen's cut off, so I can't see quite the bottom. Maybe Tracy can tell us. IELTS, I believe it's 5.5. Sorry, Tracy, I can't see. If you can jump in, Tracy. Oh, Tracy, if you're...
Sorry, sorry, Scott. I was just trying to open the other file. Sorry, I don't know what's happened with Blackboard today. It has made the slides go a bit funny. So it says IELTS score or equivalent of 6.0 or above with 5.5 in each of the components. So yeah.
Fabulous, thank you. Our next slide, so how to apply. It is an online application form. As we said, you'll need a portfolio for design programs. So Central St Martin's, 20 to 25 images, and for LCF semester, it's 5 images. A transcript, a letter of support, and a personal statement. And I believe that is the end of the slides here. We've got 17, Tracy.
Yeah, thank you, Scott. That's handing over to me. Thank you very much. Yeah, sorry everyone about the slides, but we will share the yeah, I don't know, it's just when we've uploaded it on the platform, but when we share them, they'll all have the information. Easy to read. So I'm going to share the next part of our presentation now. So thank you very much, Scott, and Lindsay as well. That was really great, and I'm sure people will have questions, so please hang around. Okay, so just looking at dates and deadlines. So we'll start with spring 2025. So our next run of dates starts from the 20th of January 2025 and ends on 17th of April 2025. The deadline for spring is 1st of October. And it's an online application form. We do have a nomination deadline for our partners. So if you're at one of our partner universities, or if you do work with us and you've had an email about a nomination deadline, then please do contact us if you've got any questions about that side. But otherwise, people can apply online, and we have this 31st of October deadline. And that QR code will take you to the how to apply page with lots of guidance. We have dates and deadlines for the 2025 and 2026 academic year now as well. So we are including those here, and our website will be updated soon with these. Preview to what the dates are looking like from autumn 2025 as well, if you're looking that far in advance. We've got one of our student quotes. So some of our module names have changed names now with the new programme, but still really sort of similar ethos. And Sydney, a student from the US studying on our LCF fashion product design semester, said she really enjoyed how hands-on most of the classes were. For units such as creative histories and British cultural studies, she really enjoyed the walks and visits and look forward to these each week. And Scott mentioned some of these sort of exploring different areas, engaging with different topics. So we have a really active blog section on our website. You can see another student here who came from Thailand and really enjoyed the sort of self-development side of the classes. And learned skills to use in real work environments, showing what career paths are available. And there's lots more student stories like this on the website. So we'll share, when we share the slides, we'll share a link to those as well. There's a really active student life here at UAL. And actually Scott is developing an industry enhancement event, which will be for study abroad only. If you've maybe Scott in the Q&A could maybe explain a bit about what that's going to entail. But we also have welcome events for all UAL students. We hold a study abroad specific welcome event when you arrive. And we join that together with our integrated study abroad students and our exchange students as well. So there's a really good opportunity to mix with other students in a really similar position but studying on different types of courses. We have the student union, Arts SU, and lots of societies from badminton to knitting and all kinds of things that you can get involved with. Across London there's free or cheap access for students to loads of galleries, museums and theatres, and we're always on hand to make recommendations and give information about what to go and see. We also have the student advice service at UAL and lots of student support and wellbeing, as well as our dedicated study abroad team who are here to help while you're here as well. And now we have some funding available as well. So for the new UAL Study Abroad semester, we're actually offering 3 full tuition awards, 1 per college. So we've got the 3 main streams of London College of Fashion, London College of Communication and Central St Martin's. So there's 1 full tuition award available per college. This is in addition to our usual awards, which are for the integrated programme and summer programmes. So we're really excited about this. It's a new award we're offering with the new programme launching in spring. So if you scan this QR code, it takes you to our award page and tells you what you need to do. But essentially what we ask for is a short video in kind of social media style, telling us what you hope to gain from the programme. And then when you're here, if you're successful, we ask that you act as an ambassador on our social media or blogs, etc. Or maybe even taking part in a webinar such as this. So you'd be acting as a UAL Study Abroad ambassador if you're successful. Okay, and where to stay while you're here. So we have 2 options for autumn and spring: Costume Store in Northampton or Glass Yard in Stockwell. If you're coming for 2 terms or what we call a full academic year, there is a bit more choice of any UAL hall, and we've got 12 in total. The prices range from £240 to £330 per week, but you can check online for all the locations, room details. They even have virtual tours, so you can look around the college that you're interested in, and yeah, loads of information. You can also email us, and there's a really good accommodation team at UAL that we can put you in touch with any questions. And we have social media, so if you want to get a behind the scenes snapshot of what it's like to study abroad, you can see the videos from those award winners that we mentioned, loads of sort of backstage stuff of our study abroad exhibitions and things like that. So we've got Instagram and TikTok, so do give us a follow, and yeah, you can see loads of content there. We also have a newsletter, so if you want to sign up and be reminded of award deadlines, so we email as the award deadlines are coming up, reminding you to apply, give you lots of information about the next deadlines, events that we've held. So yeah, that's a really good one to sign up to, and we won't spam you too much, we promise. And that takes us to our last slide. So this is just how you get in touch with us if you've got any questions. So email studyabroad@arts.ac.uk. You can also go to our website, and we're going to go to a Q&A now. So I'll just see if there's any questions in the chat already. Okay, is the semester programme for university students only, or is it open to everyone? I think Annalisa's here. So Annalisa works in our operations team, and is in charge of processing all our applications. So so for some of these questions, I'm going to hand over to Annalisa. So if Annalisa's there, able to answer this one, that'd be great.
Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. Thanks, Annalisa.
Sorry, I don't have a camera, so I will just, you can just hear my voice. But yes, so those semester programs obviously are created with the idea in mind that whoever takes them is at university, and they are, even though we don't award credits, we will get the grades at the end, so they are sort of set up in a way that you can transfer credits back to your home institutions. Now, sometimes some people that are already graduated or are out of university want to join the program. So what I would recommend is you can still apply, and we will go through the application process anyway, and take it from there. As long as you have the requirements for the program, we tend to consider all the applications that come in, and if there's anything that we need, we will have a conversation with you about that. As long as you understand that this is a pitch to add, the other students who are currently have at least 1 year experience, so that would be pretty much the other students on the course. Hopefully this makes sense.
Great, thank you, Annalisa. That's great. So, can we get a job while studying abroad at UAL? Sorry, Annalisa.
That's
I'm
right.
going to ask you that one again.
This is what I'm here for. So it depends really on the visa you have when you study with us. Majority of our students will be on a standard visitor visa immigration permission, which does not allow you to work. Unfortunately, that is just the nature of the visa. Only students who are here for a full year are allowed to work for 20 hours per week.
Thank you so much, Annalisa. Great, I think we have another question. So yes, Ahmed has added a really good point. So yeah, if you're not a university student, there is an offer from UAL short courses, which are open for everyone. They're non-credit bearing courses, and Ahmed's posted the link in the chat, so you can check that out. And they do issue digital badges that you can add to your LinkedIn and things like that. So yeah, UAL short courses, it's great if you're not a university student. So we have another question from Claudia. So as for the spring semester at CSM, there are limited places. The portfolio must contain 20 to 25 images of our works as fashion designer. So Scott, would you mind just clarifying about the portfolio element for the CSM Advanced Fashion Design, please?
Thanks, Tracy. Thank you, Claudia, for asking a really good question. Yes, as we said, as it's advanced fashion design, we do expect prior knowledge of fashion design, basically. So we assume that if you have done 1 or 2 years already of study in a fashion context, so that could be, for example, if you have been doing fashion photography but have had some experience of working with materials or fabrics, or playing with jewelry, or playing with sculpture on the body. We also do expect some machine skills, so just understanding how to navigate around the sewing machine, the overlocker. I think that all comes as having prior experience. But if you're not sure, we can we can set up a quick conversation, and if that's helpful, we can have a quick look. Or if you do apply, we can look at your application. But it's very much if you have been studying a different subject and decide you want to try this out, depending on what it was. If you have been doing ceramics, it might not necessarily apply, but your work should be focused on the body in terms of proportion, scale, understanding some technicality of fashion, garment design, communication. I know that's quite a vague question because it's also individual, but I think definitely some form of portfolio around fashion, maybe not necessarily just design and not just technical garments, but definitely fashion context. If that's helpful, Tracy?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you. While we've got you, Andrew has asked a question about the syllabi for the new shared courses for the semester programmes. So are there syllabi available yet, or site visits, etc.? How many hours a week and how many credits will they be? So I think we do have limited information on the website, which we're building because there's been quite a lot of changes, but we do have some syllabi available, don't we, Scott? Would you have anything to share? Thank you.
Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Andrew. Good question. So the shared courses, so there's 3 mandatory units, as I said. Each mandatory unit equates to 20 hours of taught teaching time, as well as 20 hours independent study. So if you think how many hours per week, basically over the 13 weeks, you'll have 20 hours of each mandatory unit. But depending on the timetabling, might not necessarily be 2 hours per week. It might be 1 hour 1 week, and then a few weeks later 2 hours, a few weeks later 3 hours. We're sort of fine-tuning the timetable. It's very complicated, as you imagine, but if you think over the 13 weeks, it's 3 mandatory units which equate to 20 hours of teaching per unit, if that makes sense. In terms of credits, it's US credits, so it's 2 credits per mandatory units. Does that make sense? We should maybe have a slide to explain that. But so 3 mandatory units equals 6 US credits. Yeah.
Great, thanks, Scott. So yeah, I'm gonna pop something in the chat. So if anyone needs any specific syllabi, you can email us and we'll send you them as they are available. And we'll be working on updating the website. But yeah, do email us if you need any specific syllabus requests, and we can try and help. So Mia, yeah, similar question from Mia. Is there a way to get syllabi for fashion, media and communication study abroad courses? So Mia, if you drop us an email, we do have syllabi, so yeah, we can share those with you. Okay. Elisa, if I haven't studied at university, can I still apply for the programme? So I think Annalisa spoke to this a little, and we talked about short courses. So yeah, I think it is mainly aimed at university students and students who want to transfer those credits back to their home university. We do have summer courses as well, between 3 and 8 weeks. So if you're interested in LCF, for example, there are 8-week programs, and yeah, that would be more general during the summer, and you wouldn't have to be a university student to come on our summer programs. Hope is asking about the accommodation. So yes, if you're coming for one semester in autumn or spring, the options would be costume store or glass yard. But there's more information about them on our website, and they're centrally located. In London, disclaimer, there is usually a little bit of commuting time required between different sites, but yeah, our transport system is really good, and everything's pretty well connected. Oh, thanks, Claudia has put the link in the chat about accommodation. And Annalisa has answered the question from Sonia about are there any examples of successful or past portfolio submissions that we can see? And there is general portfolio advice on our website, and they've got videos and yeah, lots of information there. So any more questions?
That, Tracy, I just
Oh, yes.
to that obviously there isn't like previous portfolios available on our website, and that is because, to be honest, the reviewers want to see your own specific, way of doing things and working. So there isn't like a set way of doing a portfolio. The reviewers are very interested in the way you create your ideas. So don't think about, if you're doing something wrong or right. Just want to see how you develop your ideas, which I think Scott has really wanted. But there's some advice in there on what that means. And I think, Tracy, I can take over the question about the English language from Claudia.
Oh, perfect. Thank you.
So we definitely need to assess everybody's English language. It's I don't have enough information from your message here to say yes or no. But if you do apply, we will take a look at your documentation and what kind of English, if you've done an English course, is that another other course, what kind of course it is. So we'll have to have a look at your specific situation. But I'll send you a link in the chat now with our English language requirements, because it doesn't necessarily have to be IELTS. There are other tests that we accept, so you can take a look at that.
Great, thank you. So any other questions from anyone? There's some good advice here, Scott, about showing lots of process and experimentation within your portfolio. Annalisa has posted our English language requirements. Okay, if there aren't any more questions, I think we'll wrap up the session. We're going to email everyone the slides and the recording as well, so you can watch it back. Please do share it with friends and colleagues. And if you've got any questions, please email the Study Abroad email address. Yeah, thank you very much for attending. It's been really great to have so many people from all over the world, and we hope to welcome you to UAL one day very soon. Thank you to all our speakers as well.
Thank you, Tracy. Thanks, everyone.
Thanks, everyone. Thank you. Bye-bye.